Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tom?
It certainly adds weight to the theory, Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served as guardian. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frost Wolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but a girl from the Northern Territories and her one awakens as the dominant.
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as of just when his master needed him.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those...
Quite. Though Torgal, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're...
And regarding your original concern, why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You but promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my finger, just you wait. I'll make one...
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise. I wish...
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take it to work.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in If only we knew for certain by what route he left.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claimed.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little uns have been up to their own. It's just one thing after another around here.
Fuck me. Never thought I'd see the dear Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses.
Ah, my dear nephew. How
did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most... As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came. To learn the full truth of them.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers.
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports, come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited them. Now I think about it, there was something... The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if they believed, or were made to believe...
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield, and you have your answer. To find Kupka, it may well have gone cold by now. But as they say in the Republic...
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friend...
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy.
Here for another of my lectures? Allow me to educate you. Here you are. Thus ends today's lesson.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop,
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil, Suncaller.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid. We've heard nothing from her since he died.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried. He'll be...
Thank fuck.
Gav, Otto,
you can count on us.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the decking this time.
All right, Uncle.
We shall.